Here from Go Big Garage. We're gonna do a little podcast, we're gonna record the podcast and load it this morning. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday morning. I got a few things I want to go over today. It's raining here in California this morning, rained last night. First of all, we just want to thank the subscribers. If it wasn't for the subscribers that have come on and subscribed, our channel would not be doing what it's doing. So we owe it to you to say thank you. We appreciate your subscriptions. We appreciate your likes. Everything helps. Please share us with your family and friends. And I want to talk a little bit about a couple things. One thing that I noticed on the channel, in our analytics that we can look at, we have a lot of older people that are our subscribers, so we really want to kind of reach out to them. And I got a couple things to talk about when it comes to us old dogs. I'm 60 years old. I'm getting where I can't lift things like I used to, so I got a little tool here I want to go over that I love. This thing, I have one in my RV and I've had one for years, and they do a really good job. But I want to talk a little bit about it's off subject, but it's something that happened to me. I was at a very big risk of losing my eyesight in my left eye, and I'm a mechanic, and that's what I do for a living, so my eyesight is very important. And I'll tell you what happened. I noticed about a month ago. It's been about a month since this first started, but I noticed my eyesight just seemed like I was having a hard time seeing clearly out of my left eye. And I thought it was just due to my eye prescription. You can see my eye, it's all messed up right now. It looks pretty rough. Looks like I've been in a bar fight. Anyway, I started noticing that my eyesight was like blurry, and I thought maybe it was my glasses, And so I made an appointment to see the eye doctor, and I went in there and let him know, hey, my eyesight just feels real blurry. And then before I went to see the doctor, it got really bad in a matter of days. I mean, my eyesight just got really where I couldn't even hardly see. And I had these big black floaters, so if you know what floaters are, but they got really extensive floaters in my eye. So I went in to see him, and he looked in my eye and he said, yeah, you've had some kind of a blood vessel that bursted in your eye. And he said, you're at risk of, having a detached retina because of that. And I was like, holy moly, So anyway, they had me, and to make a long story short, I messed around with my insurance and I let my insurance lapse, and I wasn't stressing because I knew on February 1st my insurance was going to start back up, and I would just go then. And so when I told him that, he said, well, let's bring you back in a couple days and look at it again. And he came, so I came back in a couple days, and it had actually gotten better. And he said, well, it looks like it's clearing up. He goes, you might be out of the woods. He goes, so I want to bring you back in 2 more weeks. So I went, and I was working this whole time. And so I went back, and I waited about a week, and man, it got so bad I couldn't even see myself in the mirror through my left eye with my right eye closed. I knew something was wrong. So I went in, and the night before I went in to see him, I was in the bedroom, and I could see these streaks of light with my eye closed, and I knew that was bad because I was told that before, if you see streaks of light, you need to be seen right away. So I went into the doctor, they looked at it, they sent me to a retina specialist. And sure, that's what it was. My retina had detached from my eye. And they say that happens commonly when you're between 50 and 60 years old. And here's the thing I want to get across to people. If you start having a loss of vision rapidly like that, get in right away. And then if there's some kind of risk of a retina problem, go have it taken care of, because this is what happened. I could have went in and just had it repaired, in the office, laser attached it, and I would have been in and out, and it could have been just fine. But because I waited so long, the retina detached from the eye. So I had to go in for major eye surgery on my left eye. Not major surgery, but surgery on my left eye. And what they call it is a vitrectomy. and I'll scare you into, I'm going to scare you into taking care of your eyes, because this is what they do. They put you under anesthetic, you're awake. They actually go inside your eye and they remove all the liquid in your eye. And then they put a bubble inside there and they blow it up with nitrogen gas. And when you come home from surgery for that, you have to lay face down. You can't sit up. You can't look forward. You have to walk with your head down. And lucky enough, after a week, I went and seen the doctor, actually the day after the surgery, and because of the location of the tear, I was able to lay on my left side, and now I'm able to do about 4 hours worth of up forward looking in the daytime. So what I want to just encourage you is, if you have any kind of issue with your eyes, go have it looked at. Because I waited, and because of it, I could have been blind in that eye because of it. And they were, thank God, they were able to actually reattach the retina, and it's healing well. I'm 2 days out of surgery, so it's I can't really see anything out of that left eye right now, and that's, I don't know if you can see my eye. I don't want to gross you out, but it's pretty bad. You don't want this to happen to you, so if you have issues with your eye, and here's the other thing, they didn't explain to me the cost. When they were talking about surgery and my insurance wasn't going to take up till February 1, I thought, man, they're probably talking like 10 grand, or 20 grand. I was like, I can't afford that right now. And so I kind of put it off because of that. And if they would have told me, hey, we can do this in the office for $1,000, I would have said, just do it. But they didn't tell me that. So what happened was, when I went to go do the surgery, I didn't have the money to do this. I had to, we had to put a big part of this on a credit card, and then I had to set up payments to pay it. But it was only going to be 4 more days till my insurance started. But the doctor and I felt like, I'm not going to take a chance with my eyesight. This is not something I want to take a chance with. So that surgery, because I drug my feet and I didn't go in and have it looked at, and I waited, cost $5,200. And I'll tell you what, the aftercare of that is no fun. Because I have a bad back and a bad neck from working in the field for so many years. And laying flat on my stomach, man, it was torture for me to lay on my stomach like that. But you don't have an option, because you have to keep that bubble up so it pushes up against and lets it heal back. So if you mess around and don't do what they say, you could be right back in there and having surgery again. So anyway, I just wanted to encourage people, think about your eye care. It's important. Wear safety glasses. Take the time to do that, because if you ever are without your eye, you will realize how important it is to have that. Okay, that's over with. No more about the eye. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about this tool. So I've gotten to where I have a compressor, and when I work outside on the truck and stuff anymore, I have a lot of electric tools that I use now, but some of the stuff I still use my compressor for. And it's getting difficult for me to drag that compressor around. I'm not the young guy I used to be. I'm still pretty tough, but I'm not 25 anymore. So every time I use that compressor, I got to drag that big old heavy compressor out there. And I want to talk about this. This is a great tool. You're not going to run an air tool off of this, but when it comes to tires, I have one of these for my motorhome. It's a company called Air. They make these little compressors. And this one here I just got it it comes in this little bag, nice little bag, and it comes for like under $100. You can get this. And the nice thing about it, it weighs 4 pounds. So I don't have to drag my big old heavy compressor out there. And maybe that would be helpful to you too, because I know a lot of people, and women, this works great for women. I'm not saying women can't pick stuff up. It's just, it has a nice feature on it. And what it does is it has a real nice screw-on hose that's 20 feet long. So if you have to put some air in your tire, no matter where you can just keep this in your trunk. Take it with you traveling, going out, in the backwoods, whatever, just keep it with you. And if you get a low tire, you can put air in your tire easily with this thing. And what it does is it gets you, I want to explain something as a mechanic that a lot of people don't understand, is that filling your tire with air with a little tiny chuck like this one's kind of long because I got it extra long for that reason, but most of them are only about this long. And you're sitting right here and you're putting, you know, air, especially the trucks. You know, I see guys putting 80 pounds of air in a truck tire. I've worked in shops and I've seen tires explode. And I tell you what, you do not want your hand right here when a tire explodes. You know, these little gauges that they see at the gas stations and stuff, they're a safety hazard. I'm not kidding you. And you know, I care, like what I'm saying, when a tire blows up, inside here is nothing but steel belt, little wires, metal wires. And if you have your hand right here when that tire blows, it'll blow your hand right off. I mean, it's serious. So this is a nice system because what it does, it has this little hose, and the hose is 20 feet long. So you can hook this up, and what this does, when you turn it on, it has a nice little light on it so you can kind of see what you're doing. And then it has a gauge. So the gauge shows the pressure in the tire. And then it has an up and down arrow. So so when you push that, you see where it's blinking. You get to set the pressure what you want it to be set to. And then when you're ready to put air in it, you know, you can walk away from the tire and not be standing right there by the tire. And when you push this one, I got it set for 15 pounds. You know, it's easy. So I just let it run just for a bit. It only takes a few seconds. They claim the tool will do 22, 5, 60, 18 in 50 seconds. So that's a pretty good sized tire in less than a minute from flat to full pressure. So, you know, I want to really push this tool and tell you the reason why I'm pushing this tool is because I use it and I've had one. And there's a couple different models. You can get a heavier duty model, costs a little more money. This is kind of a light duty model. But one nice thing about this that I liked and is like for your daughters or your wife or whatever, you can set the pressure on here and it keeps it in memory. So let's say that your daughter, wife, whatever, your son, whatever, their pressure on their tire is 35 psi. Well, you just set this to 35 psi and it holds that in memory. So the next time they hook that up, it's ready to go. All they got to do is screw that on there. They push this button and walk away, and the compressor will shut off at the proper pressure. So it'll bring it up to 36 or 35, whatever you got it set to. And it's actually capable of 120 psi, which is that's like a big truck tire. So it's capable of doing 120 psi, but you can set it, and then once it's set, you put it on there, push the button, it brings it up to pressure, and it turns the compressor off. Then you come over here and you unscrew this. And the end is nice because it doesn't have one of those clip-on styles that always wants to fall off. It actually screws onto the valve stem, you know, which is nice. So anyway, I want to encourage people on this compressor. It's really nice. It's only it's 4 pounds. It fits in a nice bag. When you get done with it, you just roll it up and put it in the trunk. It's just a nice, I noticed that when I'm on trips and stuff, I've gotten off the freeway a couple times where I thought I had a low tire on my bike, and trying to find some place to get air anymore is a crapshoot. You know, you could drive around for an hour just trying to find one. Usually when you find something, it's one of those ones you put quarters in and the compressors are weak and the gauge doesn't work. So just having this in your trunk is a nice feature, just to know that, hey, if I get a low tire, my air light comes on the dash, I have the ability to get out and put some air in it, you know, safely off the road, of course. But you won't be stranded, you know, and it's small. I mean, it's so tiny. It's pretty amazing that it has the automatic feature, the light and all that on it for under $100. I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer. And I'll talk to you a little bit about the affiliate program. So we do have an affiliate program, and what that means is when you purchase something like this, on all our videos, we're going to have any kind of tool that we recommend. And when we recommend tools, it's because we believe in them and they're a good product. I don't like to push made in China tools. Most of these tools now are made in China, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. But for $100, you know, you can't find really one made here for that price that is a good quality product. And I've used this, like I said, I have one in my motorhome and I love it. It's nice just to be able to carry this thing out there, put some air in a tire. It's like, you know, weighs like a lunch pail, super, super light. And I just want to recommend it to you as a very good tool. And the affiliate program, how it works is if you purchase this through our video, it doesn't cost you anything more than if you went right to Amazon and bought it. It's just when you buy it through us, because of the link, we make a few dollars on this, and it just helps support the channel. And actually what we do with the money from the sale of these things, we try to upgrade the equipment, you know, to bring you better quality video, or, you know, we try to make that part of the channel. So anyway, I just wanted to really thank the subscribers and let them know if we're kind of slacking in the next couple weeks, it's because old Brian's got beat up in the eye. So you know, I'm gonna still, I get about 3 or 4 hours a day. I'm going to be off work for a couple weeks. My boss is probably watching this right now. Robert, if you're watching this, my eyes messed up, dude. Anyway, you know, I'm going to have a little bit of time to do some video. You know, I got 3 or 4 hours a day. I can have coffee and sit and shoot the bull with you guys. And we're gonna, I have no problem with doing the lives, and I'll do the lives if there's people that have interest in doing the lives. But we just really haven't had a lot of interest in that yet, because the channel's still pretty small, but we're working on it. We're going to get there. The Chevy project is coming up. This kind of put this, me being out of work for a little bit, put the Chevy project on hold for a bit, because, you know, I'm not independently wealthy, so I gotta buy car parts. What else did I gotta go with? I just wanted to say thanks to everybody. You know, we really appreciate all your subscriptions and your comments and all that. And oh, that's the other thing. You know, if you would leave some comments, you know, below about the tool, or if you think you have another one that you like, or you know another company that you think is a better option. And then in the links, we're gonna put 2 or 3 different models of these, so that, you know, this one's under $100, and there's a few that are over that. But, you know, for traveling, you know, I don't think you can go wrong with this. You know, it's a good tool to have. Just makes it convenient. Coming up, I'm gonna maybe start doing some educational these type of videos that are just, you know, not so structured like a regular video, but I want to start doing some meter operation. So I got a meter here, and I want to set up a board and invite you guys to come when you see us load the electrical, you know, episode 1, electrical episode 2, relay operation, how to use a meter. Come join us, you know, because we're gonna do some teaching. So if you don't understand how to use a meter, you know, we're gonna teach you how. It's not hard. We're going to simplify things. I can teach at a very basic level up to a master mechanic level. So I want to bring this value to you. And I just want you to know that when we make videos for you, the audience. We really are trying to reach out and bring you what you need. So if there's certain things that you need in a video about something, you know, leave the comments in below. You know, say, hey, I don't know how to change my oil. Hey, I don't understand why my horn doesn't work. You know, I don't understand why it's $200 an hour at the shop. You know, how do I talk to the service manager, make him understand what's going on? All those kind of things. Anything that's automotive, even DIY, we're going to do a lot of tool things for people, and I encourage you to share this channel with your kids, your grandkids, people you know, because the younger generation really needs to learn all this stuff that we're trying to pass along. You know, how to use a drill, you know, how to mark a piece of metal and drill it, you know, how to use a saw. You know, there's so many things that the younger generation have lost the skill level to do these things. So I really want to just pass that stuff along. And I enjoy having the older crowd here. It makes me feel at home. But also, if you have youngsters that need to learn about their cars or how to do basic auto repair, you know, pass this link on to them, or pass it on, you know, to other people that could use the information that we're offering. And so, I forgot to say one more thing. I don't want to sound like I'm begging. I was supposed to say this. We set up the super likes. So if there's anything in our videos that brought you value, everything's free. We're doing this free. We don't want to charge nothing. We want to give it to you. But the super likes is a thing that you can do, and it just gives us like it's like giving us a tip for something that helped you. And if something helped you in our video, you know, and you want a tip, we appreciate it, because we're going to use all those funds to you know, to try to, it helps the channel, it helps us create good quality video for the audience. So from Go Big Garage, we want to say good Saturday morning to you. Get your coffee going, you know, Black Rifle, baby. It's the only way to go. All right, so I'm going to sign off. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Go big, baby.